song of a madman wild and free, hellspawn of a grizzly bear in a giant redwood tree. Hear a shrieking cry that makes the bravest of bones chill. Hope you never run into the boxer they call Bill. The boxer they call Bill. They say he drinks up rivers in a single thirsty gulp. Got challenged by Paul Bunyan and beat him to a pulp. Raised by an angry moose, he calls his problems just for fun. Don't know his ABCs or numbers, but knows he's number one. Knows he's number one. Fleet of pickup trucks, 750s and Toyota Hilux caked in blood and muck. Set his sights on Bill's last mistake, as everybody know. Ain't no man alive who can stand against a living tornado. Truck-shaped dumps, iron bolts would turn in shame at the iron he could pump. I heard he jumps a jump rope that's made from a giant bridge. 80-foot cans of muscle milk, the tundra is his fridge. A boxer goes by Bill, don't take a break to pack a bag, just run off to the hill. But if he sets his rage on you, there's nowhere left to hide. So bend your knee and kiss your ass, you're going for a ride.
Hello? Hello, hello? How's it going? I would like to wait for more people to come in, but we only have an hour and 45 minutes, give or take. We will rewatch the cutscene though.
The secret order was formed for the sole purpose of protecting the sanctuary from harm, yet not a single member knew its precise location. Solomon created a cipher pinpointing the whereabouts of the sanctuary, took it apart, and hid a different piece within the flesh of each member. Thus, the meteor hidden in the sanctuary was protected.
I swear that's the
falling
Fate
into the wrong
Trader.
hands.
I swear.
He sought this power and sent the Grand Inquisitor to find it, no matter what the cost. Brutal and efficient, the corrupt Inquisitor swore to slaughter anyone who stood in his way. The West would drown in blood. Grand Inquisitor Cervantes and his trusted lieutenant Joaquin Perez saw the armed guards and knew this was no simple farm. This clearly was the location of Solomon Delir's stronghold.
Clearly. So it turns out the sneaking is a tiny bit of a red herring. You aren't actually supposed to go sneak as far as I tried sneaking last time. Chew! Oops. How did I manage to fuck that up already? We're in it now. Hey, still worked out, huh? Well, that was a mistake. Oh. Jesus, that was not... That was terrifying. Oh shit. Well, there's my first wound. First wound of the day, boys.
Could be heard coming from the shed. Most likely, it was Solomon and his guards lying in wait, hoping to catch the intruders by surprise. It was then that the Inquisitor saw the curious wires leading into the barn.
Oh, that's a problem. Shit. Are you... Okay. Bonk. It wasn't even enough? Screw that, I'm not...
Someone had left the safe open.
I ain't taking that for nothing. I ain't no chump.
In their haste to flee, someone had left the safe open. Though nearly empty, Cervantes took what was left.
No, I'm playing a different bedeviled player character.
It's his noble cause.
Spanish Inquisition, huh? Shit. Shit. Oh, thank God. Ah. Alright.
Charged coils electrocuted everyone in the shed. The blast from that burst of energy blew the doors wide open.
For some reason, Solomon ain't happy to see me. I don't get it. Oh no. You gotta tank it for your boy. You gotta tank it for your boy. Take it for your boy. Oh! Oh, that question mark inspires confidence, doesn't it? Huh? This one perfect down to the hit. Doesn't that question mark inspire confidence?
Delir was dead. His demise seemed almost too easy. Cervantes approached Delir's body. One look at his face, and the Inquisitor knew he'd been hoodwinked. The dead man was a decoy, an imposter. Cervantes spat on the corpse and left in a furious huff.
Solomon Delir had done well to acquire the meteor and contain its powers, but what the devil wants, the devil gets.
Cervantes was enraged. He did not like being bamboozled. For that, Solomon would pay.
When they reached fellow agent Batham Raum, he was absorbed in what looked like dark rituals. Still, Perez trusted the Inquisitor would not tolerate a man's company if there were any doubts of his godliness. The agitated Inquisitor told Raum that Delir was not there. Raum said this was troubling, but suggested they hunt smaller fish until more cipher pieces were available. Delir's time would come. Raum had some rudimentary information as to the identities and whereabouts of the cipher-bearing order members. They could be eliminated via brute force or by simply slaughtering the local populace, but doing so would have devastating consequences. Raum was confident he could pinpoint the culprits quite accurately, though, if he had the correct ingredients for his rituals. He left the decision for Cervantes. Raum knew of 3 order members who carried cipher pieces in their flesh. They were located somewhere in the region, hiding among the populace. One of the men at the docks one of the men was at the docks near Wretchport in the east. He was either a dock worker or a sailor. If he had 2 bottles of liquor, he could have a clearer vision. Ram knew someone in the trapper's camp in the woods was an order member, but he could not pinpoint the exact person. If he had 5 pieces of dried meat, he said, he could make a mixture that would clarify his vision in that area. Ram could tell one of the order's members lived at the farm to the north, but the vision was not clear enough to identify the exact person. If he had a rabbit's foot, he could obtain a clearer vision. John Christensen was a mild, prosperous, middle-aged proprietor of the shop. He guaranteed a wide selection of formidable guns at reasonable prices. He greeted Cervantes politely, offering a discount in consideration of the Inquisitor's respectable profession. Oh, honey, no. Oh. Aw, yeah. Rumor has it the Pope gave Cervantes this gun before he came to America. And that was a mistake, huh? Not really any point doing cards until we're about to start combat, in case we get more. The house belonged to Ryan Harmon, a well-known doctor. He had a reputation for treating anyone, be they farmer or outlaw, so long as they remunerated expense and effort. He even ventured out to treat the natives once in a while when they needed more than their shaman could provide. He was honored by the Inquisitor's visit and offered him a discount. Oh, grand. Can't go there yet, too smoky. I guess. I want to remove it, huh? Oh well. Yeah, let's get crunk, huh? Cervantes spied a racial slur wagon parked outside the road offering a variety of uncommon wares. Nothing I want, but... Realm took a few sips, then poured most of the first bottle into the cauldron. He put the second bottle away for later. He then proclaimed that the man that needed to die was Laszlo, the dock workers' foreman. Realm knew someone from the trappers' camp in the woods was an order member, but he could not pinpoint the exact person. If he had 5 pieces of dried meat, he could. Realm took the first 4 pieces of meat and chewed on each one before spitting into the cauldron. He swallowed the last one. After a few moments, the stew began bubbling intensely. Realm nodded silently. The man they were looking for was William Tanner. Maybe they'll give me a rabbit's foot just for killing this dude. Using the information they had, they only had to kill 1 order member. Cervantes confided in the men that one William Tanner had been seen in the area and that he was involved in the black arts. If they had experienced any bad luck lately, it was undoubtedly his fell presence that caused it. The men delivered swift justice, roasting Tanner with kicks, then carrying him to the main camp and nailing him to a tree. Cervantes told them he must now remove the source of evil and cut the cipher piece from Tanner's abdomen using a ceremonial dagger, telling the men that they had saved countless lives through their selfless actions that day. I don't want economic consequences. The harbor had a huge economic impact on the region. Ships laden with goods and passengers arrived there every day before continuing their journey on land. Those that stuck around in town tended to mainly be traders, caravanners, sailors, and prostitutes. It would be a melting pot. If scum could melt, oh my god. And somewhere among them was a member of the Order. Using the information they had, they only killed the Order member. With his powerful voice, Cervantes claimed that a sinner was in their midst, who would soon bring doom to them all. When he told them it was Laszlo, the man was immediately chained and brought forth. Cervantes looked at him with disdain, then made a dramatic gesture. The wretch was torn apart by the crowd. None of them noticed the cipher piece pop out of his body, allowing Cervantes to quickly pocket it and take his leave. Realm shredded the rabbit's foot into pieces and threw them into the cauldron. Then he could see the man clearly. It was Michael Mudgett, one of the farmhands at the farm to the north.
Every member of the Order that Raoul identified was dead. It was time for the Inquisitor to meet up with him again.
Cervantes introduced himself as a man of God on a mission of utmost importance. He told the foreman that Mike Mudgett was part of an unholy cult and that for the sake of all their souls he must be purged. Shocked by this revelation, the foreman plucked Mudgett from the fields, then bound and impaled him To the cheers of the farmers, Cervantes then put fire to the man's body. When the people had dispersed and Mudgett was a pile of human-shaped ash, Cervantes discreetly grabbed the revealed cipher piece. The collected cipher pieces weren't close to enough to assemble a device. Realm was looking at the bonfire blankly, when suddenly he shivered and grabbed his head in pain. He had a vision. Delir was at a church to the north. Realm said if Cervantes brought him some opium, his visions would be clearer, granting them a strategic advantage.
Directed the Inquisitor towards the house of worship. The mystic assured him that Delir would be there.
What do you mean you don't sell opium? What the hell? This is outrageous. Do you sell opium? Daddy just needs a little taste. Oh, thank God. At the crossing, Cervantes met a middle-aged Chinese man enjoying a moment of rest during his journey to the west. The man was friendly and polite, offering his wares to the Inquisitor. All this scenario, I've been lied to. I just found out my boss does more dope than I do. After much grinding, cooking, and sniffing, Realm seemed satisfied with his infernal stew. He sat with his face over the top of the pot, inhaling deeply, then in a sonorous voice declared that he had been visited by a vision. A secret passage led to a shed behind the church. The Order was not aware of it. Cervantes and Perez could use it to take them by surprise. I'm dubious of his odds of actually having that much luck at any given time, but... oh well. Lots of frontal assault. They stood on a nearby hill, looking down at the church, contemplating their next move. They trusted Realm's visions was measured at this point, but attacking the church seemed their best bet. Armed guards on the premises confirmed that something important was going on there. Let's sneak in. Well, howdy, partners. Oh, but then he can never take a hit. Alright. I should have maybe gotten him a bulletproof vest instead. Oh well.
A tunnel passes unseen. The church was heavily guarded. Something important was going on in there.
Sure feels like a trap, don't it?
To Cervantes' surprise, there was but one lone soul inside the church. Her name was Sister Rosario Aiza, and she was a prisoner of the order. Sister Rosa was a supporter of the order until she discovered Delir was using a clairvoyant to stay one step ahead of their enemies. Believing this was blasphemy, she tried to turn the others against him. That's when Delir imprisoned her in the church. He would use her as bait to lure the Grand Inquisitor into a trap. She prayed for deliverance, not realizing that her prayers were answered by the forces of darkness.
What do you mean I can't stand on that thingy? Absolutely outrageous. Where are the attackers? Nice. Ow. Oh no. Okay. No!
A tunnel enabled them to enter the premises unseen.
I guess it's a bit better.
To Cervantes' surprise, there was but one modern. Sister Rodolidahichi.
Hello. Bonk. How? I'll take it. Oh man. Now you're pissing me off, huh? Oh no. The risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math, huh? Oh boy. Hoy, I think we're supposed to defend it then.
A tunnel enabled them to enter the premises unseen. The church.
Uh-oh. Not even enough to do an injury. What good are you, huh? Like I said, useless, huh? Oof. Oop. Oh. Is who still here? Me? Him? Random internet person? I am here. I do not know if random internet person is. Ow. Good to know. Boop. Wonder if I can actually get away with what I'm about to do. Hi. Wow. Yeah, fuck you very much. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. I don't know why I expected something different to happen. Pew. Man, can't even take a bruising right. That was dumb, I see that now. Oh. Game had to think about that one for a second. Oh. Oh no. I've been absolutely bamboozled. That one was a butt clencher, I'm not gonna lie. No. Oh. I wonder why this guy can't reaction shot. Oh, he might be out of ammo. Interesting. You slut. Ooh. Wow. Thank you.
The final enemy met his end, and Sister Rosa was now free.
We'll do some overmap stuff, but then we gotta call it. Huh?
Cervantes convinced Sister Rosa that he was a servant of light and wanted what she wanted. An end to Solomon Delir's blasphemy. Rosa directed them to someone who might know the identity of the clairvoyant. Gustav Wedholm, a local banker who was once the Order's paymaster. He was an opium addict and an embezzler and was forced to leave in disgrace. But because of his former position, he knew the identity of every member of the secret society.
The Chinese man welcomed him with a smile, which turned into a frown when they told him they only wanted to speak with one of his patrons. He rolled his eyes and waved them into one of the rooms. Perez knew these places and was unfazed. Sister Aiza was disgusted by the addict's sloth. Finally, they beheld Gustav Wedholm in all his confused, bemused glory. They asked him to find some pants. Took an hour for Wedholm to come to his senses, but through a combination of kindness and cruelty, Cervantes brought him back to awareness. Wedholm explained that he was no longer a member and had never been trusted with one of the cipher pieces himself. However, he knew the identities of several Order operatives in the region. Though he had a rough idea of their whereabouts, details such as names and appearances escaped him. For a price, however, he could call in his associates to fill in the blank. He knew one Order member worked at a nearby mine. His memory was hazy as to his exact location or position or what he looked like. He remembered one member of the Order had worked at a brothel. He was a bouncer or maybe a prostitute, or a patron, or a piano player. The owner? He just couldn't rightly recall. One definitely remembered there was an Order member who hung out at the saloon. He was almost sure he was a man, but then again his recollection was hazy. One member of the order worked at the local whiskey distillery, or maybe he just really liked whiskey. Wedhelm wasn't sure, but let's pay him to find out. Brandon Hennessy, owner of the local distillery. Jim Rapkins, one of the miners. Man's name was Bernard LaCroix. He'd made a fortune gambling and now spent all his time and money at the brothel. His name was Tino Neubacher. He was an Austrian mercenary, now hung out at the Cooperton Saloon. He came to Brendan Hennessy's distillery. The brand was well known in that region beyond for its remarkable flavor. The Grand Inquisitor had a reason to believe it sheltered a member of the order. Cervantes surprised Hennessy and tied him up. Then he climbed with him onto a catwalk and attracted the attention of the workers below. He told them that their boss... They told him that their boss was the high priest of a cult of devil worshippers. Worse, he had been cheating them on their paychecks, using the extra cash to pay for his dark rituals. He said if the man were truly good, he would resist the flames. If not, he would burn. Little did the workers know Cervantes had soaked Hennessy's clothes in alcohol. The flames spread across his body immediately, and the workers cheered. Cervantes let the man die twisting and flailing in flames rather than put him out of his misery. When the fire went out, he recovered the cipher piece. Cooperton Saloon was a typical Western saloon full of strong drinks, stone-faced poker players, and women of ill repute. Among their number lay a member of the order. Cervantes stormed into the saloon and accused Neubacher of spying for the Austro-Hungarian Empire to prepare for an invasion by his emperor. While most had never heard of the place, they were quick to beat the life out of the man. Cervantes demanded that the traitor's body be burned to ashes, and the crowd was more than happy to oblige, passing jugs of whiskey as the pirate's flames lit the night. When they dispersed, the Inquisitor recovered the cipher piece and rode off. Cervantes went to the mine foreman, Michael Chaffin, and told him about the demon worshipper in their midst. Horrified, the foreman asked who it could be. Cervantes said he felt awful disclosing the man's name. The foreman begged him. Finally, Cervantes relented and told the foreman it was Rapkins. The foreman said they should bury Rapkins alive. Cervantes told him he would need access to the body afterwards for purification. So it was then that the miners bound Rapkins and shoved dynamite down his throat. They cheered as they detonated him, and Cervantes saw a glint of the cipher pieces as it flew across the torchlit cavern. He recovered it and made his exit, cheering of the men at his back. Jesus, Brothel was owned by Madame Kimberly Hosmer, a respected philanthropist who ran a reputable shop. Someone here was a member of the order, whether it was one of the patrons or the women. Simply slaughtering them all would gain Cervantes new enemies.
Every member of the order in the area was dead, but the cipher was still incomplete. The Inquisitor hoped that Wedhelm had more information to offer.
Cervantes entered the establishment and confronted Madame Hosmer. When he proclaimed that Bernard LaCroix had been worshipping evil Indian spirits, the man was defenestrated without delay. Found the cipher piece in his ruptured abdomen. When they revisited the den, they found Wedhelm sleeping, his hands folded on his chest, clutching an envelope addressed to Grand Inquisitor. The message was from a woman named Cassandra, who said she was being held prisoner at the abandoned mine. It said the clairvoyant was there too, along with many other order members, and provided copious information about the compound.
A supposed ally was an interesting turn of events. However, the motivations of the sender were a mystery. Cervantes hoped to finally deal with the clairvoyant, who remained a thorn in his side.
Yeah, we don't have time to start another fight, so I think we're going to have to call it here unless there's something fun I'm missing. Alright, so yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We are going to call it for the day. I think Whirlin's going to be on in 15 minutes or so. But other than that, thanks for joining me. And have a great rest of your day.